everyone, it's aashiόχ and welcome to Girl Genius Magazine's Pre-College 101 series. Today we're going to be talking about things you need to get done before your senior year of high school. Hope this helps. So we know that with senior year coming up that there's a lot of things going on with the pandemic, extracurriculars, internships, research, everything getting canceled. There is some time for everyone to get a little bit of ahead in the process, and so there are a couple things that we wanted to make sure that you guys know starting your senior year, and it'll help you in the fall. So let's get started. So the biggest thing concerning many kids in the class of 2021 is standardized testing, and so we know that test centers are getting canceled with the pandemic, but it is a good chance to just study for them. It is a good opportunity to just take the summer to study for a couple of these exams in hopes that you can take it in the fall. But it is important to remember that a lot of schools are going test optional, so make sure you research your schools to make sure that they are test optional, or if they haven't gone test optional yet, which is kind of crazy, but make sure you guys research that. But yes, number one, make sure to study any exams, any standardized testing you need to finish.
So my biggest tip for standardized testing is just taking practice tests, and I'm sure many of you have heard this, but Khan Academy is one of the best resources for the SAT, and it's personalized for you. And by connecting your College Board account, they will look at the topics that you've missed a lot previously in your practice tests, your PSATs, SATs, and will drill those questions. It has full-length practice tests that you can go over to get a feel for the actual exam, and so it's an amazing resource and you guys should definitely do it. But let's suppose you're not taking the SAT. Crack ACT is an amazing resource for those taking the ACT. It has, again, like Khan Academy, full-length practice tests, questions that you can drill, and so by doing this you have an understanding of what type of questions that you're missing most of the time, and you can do content refreshers, and it'll help you figure out your strengths and weaknesses for the exam. And one last resource is Prep Scholar, which has practice tests and general tips that you guys should definitely check out.
Number two, this is gonna sound a little bit crazy, but recharge. It isn't crazy at all. It's been a hectic year, it's been a hectic summer, and with the stress of college app, extracurriculars, and pandemic, you need to take care of your mental health, your body, and you can meditate, you can exercise, you can read, do yoga, but take time for yourself because you do have a long year up ahead and you just had a really long year. So make sure you guys are taking breaks, make sure you're taking time for yourself, have dance parties, make sure to breathe, but you need a break and you definitely deserve it. So maybe just take the summer to kind of recharge your batteries. Right. I'm telling you, write like a crazy man. Brainstorm ideas for your essays, your scholarship essays, supplementals, your application, and write every day. Just write. And some things you can start thinking about for your Common App essay, if you haven't started, is who are your role models? What are small instances in your life that you constantly remember? What do you think about when you first wake up? Like, what's the one thing you think about? What's something that you do every day without fail? What are some life-changing moments? And it doesn't have to be a life-changing moment, but maybe think of instances where you grew from an experience. And so starting to think about this is a really good chance, a really good opportunity this summer to get started on your essays, which are going to consume a lot of time in the future. But make sure you constantly think about you. And that's crazy. A lot of us don't do this, but this whole essay is to craft a narrative about you. So create connections, create bonds, and open up about yourself. This doesn't have to be finished by the end of summer. A lot of people do finish, which is crazy, but it doesn't have to be finished by the end of the summer. You have time. Take that time. Don't rush out, but plan a little bit every day, write a little bit every day, so you just have a good head start for the next couple of months.
Make your Common App account, make your Coalition account. One big thing that you can do is just start filling out the information that'll roll over. But I wanted to mention that it's really important to research your schools and see which application that they take. Some colleges take Coalition, some take Common App, some take both. And so it's really important to research what colleges and universities that you're looking to apply to, so that way you know which information and which applications you should start filling out.
Don't fill out anything that's specific for colleges. So don't fill out supplementals, don't fill out your essays, because that won't roll over and you'll lose all the work that you did. So we recommend you just open your account, start filling in your family information, your history, and things that aren't related to college, and it'll roll over in August. So avoid filling out college specific info, it will go away. But it is important, you can start looking at prompts, you can start looking at how to actually navigate the website, which is something that you'll be on all the time in fall, so it's a great time to just get familiar. But yeah, make your Common App and your Coalition account and start filling out some information. Number five, update your resume. So you want to start making a resume, whether you're submitting it to colleges or not. You want to start filling it out so you have it for the future, but make sure you include important information, some classes, information about awards, your extracurriculars that you really want to highlight. And if you are sending this to colleges, make sure that you're keeping it specific, make sure you're including a lot of numbers, or whether you're submitting it or not. You want to make sure your resumes are a good representation of you, your passions, and your accomplishments. And so starting from a template is a really good way to structure your resume. And make sure not to use some flashy colors, and make sure to keep it short. 1 page is ideal. But if you have a good resume before you get into college, if you want to send this to college or you want to use it in college, you'll always have it handy, and you just need to constantly keep updating it. So it's a really nice summer to just get started on that, because you will need it in the future.
Here's me just going through a ton of templates online. There are so many free ones on websites, and you guys should definitely check it out. But I wanted to include some tips for your resume. One being precise. Be precise on your resumes. Don't be vague. Have numbers. Specify your successes. Also, the 10-second refresh. Usually people will take 10 seconds to read your resume, so make sure it screams everything that it wants to scream in about 10 seconds. And also last, don't use poor action words. Oftentimes simplicity can drive stronger impressions because people know exactly what you want to say. So avoid using flowery language, avoid using big words, but you guys got this. Make sure you look at some templates online that will really suit you and your accomplishments, and make sure you update that resume.
So last but not least, start your college list. So we made a whole video on this, but starting your college list is super important. You need to know what you're applying to, and so it's a good time to start narrowing down your list and including a wide range of schools. And so make sure you have one surefire safety school, and so that's a safety school that you'll either automatically get into because of direct auto or guaranteed admission based off of your stats, the program, or you've been accepted by rolling admissions, early decision, early action, and you should be happy there. It should be feasible and financially, it should work financially for you and your family and your guardians. But make sure you guys start narrowing down your list. We made a whole separate video on this, which you should definitely check out, but it is a good time to start narrowing down your list before you start applying in the fall. So that pretty much wraps up all the tips we had for you at Girl Genius Magazine. We just thought these were a couple things that would make rising seniors' lives a bit easier in the fall. Maybe you guys can get started on these, maybe you guys can finish some of them. But if you have any other questions, make sure to check out our Instagram, Girl Genius Mag, or comment them down below. You can join our community Slack, which is an amazing group of people who are constantly there to support you. But you guys got this fall. We believe in you, we encourage you, we're always here to empower you. Thank you for watching, and we hope this helped a bit. Bye!